Welcome to the Fort Myers Beach Good Neighbor podcast, where the sun's always shining and the stories are even brighter. Each episode, we bring you closer to the neighbors, local legends, and beachside businesses that make Fort Myers Beach the slice of paradise we all love. Pull up a beach chair, grab a drink, and let's meet the people who make this island feel like home. We want to send out some island love to Eric Tibbs from Edward Jones, State Insurance USA, and Home Well Care Services Fort Myers. They are the businesses that allow us to share the soul of our community with every listener, from local stories to the positive vibe of island life. Here's to celebrating all that makes Fort Myers Beach the slice of paradise we all love. Here's your host, Cabo Jim Schaller.
Welcome, Fort Myers Beach Good Neighbors. We're all about no shade, just sunshine, drama-free, positive vibes only, right? So let's get, today we have good neighbor, Jack Walker from Ascension Drone Services. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure to have you on. Let's just jump right into it. Why don't you share a little bit about your story and what you do here in Fort Myers Beach?
Sure. Yeah, we moved down to Fort Myers Beach about 8 years ago from a Chicago suburb, Arlington Heights, Illinois. And, we had always loved Southwest Florida and had vacationed down here quite often, have both friends and family in Cape Coral. So we knew the area pretty well. And actually, my company was in the process, my insurance agency was in the process of getting bought by a larger firm. And my wife and I thought, boy, if we're ever going to move down, this is the time. So we went ahead and took the plunge, and actually we were looking at homes in Cape Coral, and a friend from Cape Coral said, hey, you really ought to check out Fort Myers Beach. And so I did. I came down kind of by myself because started working another job down here. My wife was still in Illinois. And sure enough, there was a place that was available off season for 6 months right on the beach. And so I kind of swooped it up and told my wife the good news. And, she couldn't believe it at first that we were going to be right on the beach. And she said, by the way, if you're kidding me right now, I'm divorcing you. So luckily I wasn't kidding. And she came down and just could not believe the community. We had been to Fort Myers Beach many occasions via boat and, do the usual Lani Kai thing and hang out by boat there. And, we're aware of Fort Myers Beach, but we weren't totally aware. And so we stayed at that. We rented that place for 6 months, and then we found more permanent location. And, then as it turned out, Ian hit us, of course, in 3 years ago. And as everybody knows, and that kind of changed everything for us. And so we're slowly but surely kind of making our way back.
That's the way to do it. It's about the community and coming together and helping each other. And yeah, you're right. You hit the nail on the head there. It is a great community. And once you become involved in it, you realize how great the people are and how supportive the people are. It's funny you mentioned it. I'm from Illinois too. Actually, I lived in Arlington Heights for a little while. I went to grade school there.
Yeah. You're a Packers fan and a Brewers fan, right?
Well, yes, I like the Packers. I support the Packers, but they weren't very good when I was growing up, so I became a Cowboy fan. Yeah. So they had cheerleaders. Can you blame me? I don't know, right?
Yeah.
But I'll take our Brewers right now. So I'm sorry about the Cubs, but the Brewers are doing great. So
they're on fire. Free burgers I saw the other night.
George Webb. Gotta love that, right? See, gotta love Wisconsin.
Yeah. So, yeah, you do.
You started your own business down here now.
Yes.
Ascension Drone Services. What's that all about?
Yes, we're really excited about it. I guess phase one of our company involves insurance work. And I've been, of course, in the insurance industry for 30 plus years, and I know how claims work. And documentation is the key. And you've got to do that with video equipment if possible. So that's always been the rule. Everybody has heard the stories before about agents saying, hey, look, document all your property, all your possessions inside your house, and make sure the company's aware of that. It's the same idea for homeowners and building owners, condo buildings. We want to document the condition of the building before a storm and make sure that we've got all of the roofing equipment, the AC units, the terraces, the balconies, the lanais, all of that equipment we want to show that's in perfect condition prior to the storm. And then, hopefully we don't have another storm, but if we do, our company will come back out and do another documentation of the damage. And, a picture tells a story of 1,000 words. It becomes very easy for the carriers to see, the insurance companies to see what the damage is, and they can have also a real good idea of what the cost to replace that's going to be. And, it definitely will make the claims process much smoother. And really, carriers are looking, the insurance companies are looking for that too. And kind of surprisingly, it's underutilized. I think people are starting to get the idea that, maybe we ought to take some pictures of our roofs or of our buildings, but a lot of times it doesn't get done, or if it does, it's just a few snapshots, on the ground, which doesn't get a full picture of the roof. So that's idea. That's the first phase, along with real estate and marketing work, because we're doing some kind of dramatic videos with our drones. We've got an FPV drone that's just like riding a roller coaster and does some really cool stuff. You can take it inside and get footage inside, and it's some really cool things going on with technology, and want to be involved with that. And then phase 2 of our company is going to be cleaning tile roofs with a drone, because right now, workers get up there and they break tiles, and it's a dangerous job. They fall off, and it's a tough gig, and it takes a while doing it the way that they're doing it now. With the drone, you could do it a lot quicker and easier, and a lot safer too. And we're not quite there yet with the technology. The battery life on these drones is not quite where it needs to be to go full force on that yet. But we want to be on the cutting edge of drone technology and be involved in that as soon as the technology is a little bit better. When the battery life increases, which it will in a couple of years, I'm betting on it, then we'll be ready to rock and roll.
That's exciting stuff. Technology is always, some people dread it, but most people embrace it because it does make things a lot easier, and like you said, especially in this scenario, safer for people as well too. So, and
it's a lot more dramatic too. The footage is just, the cameras are so great on these drones, and you can get some incredible shots. And just again, the technology is amazing, and it brings things really to life. And with the documentation as well, I can get inches away from a roof if I need to, and show exactly the condition, and that's what's kind of cool.
Yeah, that aerial view really helps. And you said that, hey, you don't have to get up on a ladder and get up on a roof and whip your camera out.
Right.
It's a lot easier. Yep. So, Fort Myers Beach, are there things that you're involved with, or maybe like to be involved with, as far as maybe giving back to the community or supporting the community?
Yeah, we've been involved pretty heavily, my wife especially, with the Red Cross. She delivered countless meals to people, after the 2 storms last year, especially Milton. When people were kind of in a state of shock and, working on their homes, just shoveling stuff out again and doing all that dirty work. And a lot of times they wouldn't take a break, for food and water. And my wife and my son and myself too, to a more limited degree, we're really out there and helping people out. My wife, Trista Walker, and she's been a part with Alex King Group, and they did a great job of, like I said, delivering those meals and the water and trying to bring some good cheer, because that was a tough time.
Yeah, I mean, you dread going through it one time, but going through it 3 different times, within a matter of years is not fun in any aspect at all. But,
no.
Appreciative of the support that, like I said, the community and the businesses around it have given as well too. So great way to give back. So you mentioned boating as an activity you like doing outside. I mean, obviously you're from Illinois, snow sports aren't ideal down here, but when you get a moment of free time, what do you enjoy doing outside of work?
We've been very much into fishing, boating, kayaking, paddleboarding, kind of all the great water sports that we've got just right here. And we love doing that kind of stuff. Any of that stuff is just is a joy.
Yep, that's why we live down here, so we can get out and enjoy it year round, right? Not just during the summer season for that short little window.
Yeah, exactly.
I never understood why people owned a boat up north, because you use it for, you store it for 9 months and use it for 3 months.
Yep. Well, boaters are a different breed. They just love the water, and any chance they get, they're going to be out there.
I get it. So is there one thing you wish our listeners knew about what you do, or maybe just the Fort Myers Beach community in general, that, they wouldn't be too familiar with?
I didn't catch that question quite.
Is there one thing that you wish our listeners knew about you that maybe they wouldn't be too familiar with?
Well, certainly everybody on this island, went through a change after Ian. I could pretty much guarantee that. And, my change personally was faith-based. And I became that much closer to God and to Christ after the storm, and really changed my way of thinking.
Yeah, it gives you a different perspective, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Definitely. Yeah.
So final question. How would our listeners go about contacting you if they had some questions about your drone service or needed that assistance?
Yeah. First thing they can do is just call me on my cell phone. And I can 239-851-5900 for Ascension. And then right now, my email for Ascension, because we're just kind of starting out the last couple months, it's happyjackwalker@gmail.com. And we're in the process. Actually, we're finalizing this weekend our website. So I'll have, if somebody wanted to call me or shoot me an email, I can get them more information on the website too after this weekend.
Very nice. Very nice. Things are looking up.
Yeah.
No pun intended, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. We're taking off.
Right. There you go. Any last words for our listeners today?
I'm sorry?
Any last words for our listeners today?
No, just like I said, this community is very resilient, and it's taken some time to get where we're at. But I've said it a million times. It feels like in 5 years this place is going to be a gold mine, and what a place to be. It really is. It's going to be pretty cool the next few years to see the growth.
Yep, it's changing. It'll be better. It'll be better for sure. So looking forward to that. But appreciate you being such a good neighbor, and we'll see you on the beach soon.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Fort Myers Beach Good Neighbor podcast, where community meets paradise. If you loved what you heard, share it with a friend and keep the good vibes going. Until next time, stay sunny, stay salty, and keep being a good neighbor. Also, to nominate your favorite neighbors, local legends, heroes, or island businesses to be on the show, go to CaboWaboGym.com, that's CaboWaboGym.com, or call 239-427-4100. We want to send out some island love to Eric Tibbs from Edward Jones, State Insurance USA, and Home Wellcare Services Fort Myers. They are the businesses that allow us to share the soul of our community with every listener, from local stories to the positive vibe of island life. Here's to celebrating all that makes Fort Myers Beach the slice of paradise we all love.